Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa and I'm so excited to have you here today because we are talking about budgeting tips, specifically in terms of shopping for vegan food on a budget. I get a lot of questions from you guys, especially when I'm doing my what I eat in a day videos or a grocery haul video, which I haven't done in a while. I should do another one of those soon. But I get a lot of questions about budgeting for food and how much I spend for a week on groceries. I don't actually love to answer that question because A, I don't want to feel judged, but B, I think that the way that I shop for my food is a bit different than normal people because I am running a business that is based around creating recipes. So I cook all the time and I'm giving away a lot of food to friends and family. And oftentimes I'm also trying other ingredients that might be a little bit on the pricey side, just so that I can kind of test them out and share them with you guys. So I don't necessarily feel like my budget is the biggest focus of this video, but I do want to give you some budgeting tips if you are trying to live a plant-powered lifestyle and you are also on a budget. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first tip that I have is to buy in bulk. If you have a grocery store or a natural food store that has a bulk section, definitely shop the bulk section because it is way cheaper than if you buy the package. You're not paying for the packaging, first of all. But the other benefit of buying in bulk is that you are able to buy the exact amount that you need. So if you're trying something new, for example, if you're new to the plant-based lifestyle and you want to test out a new ingredient or a new bean, instead of buying this entire package, you can buy just the amount that you want to try, cook it up. If you don't like it, you haven't wasted anything. So you're saving money that way because you're not necessarily wasting food. And the price per pound often is very cheaper if you're shopping in bulk. So definitely scour the bulk section. Things that you can find in the bulk section are dried beans and peas, pulses. You can also often find flours. You can also find granola, nuts and seeds, dried fruit, and even sometimes they have snacky stuff. So the bulk section is awesome and I highly recommend that you guys try to find a store in your local area that has bulk. Tip number 2 is to make it yourself or make it at home. A lot of times when you are purchasing especially healthy packaged foods, they can be on the pricey side and they're actually usually pretty easy to make at home. So instead of reaching for that expensive bag of granola or that expensive box of crackers, try making them for yourself at home. I have some recipes on my blog, and of course you could use Pinterest or anything like that to find some vegan cracker recipes. Even bread usually is cheaper. Baked goods are definitely cheaper and healthier. Granola is another great option. So just do your research, do a little bit of searching online and see if you can find a good recipe because oftentimes it will definitely be cheaper if you're making it at home rather than buying it at the store. Tip number 3 is to shop what's in season. And we are lucky right now, at least where I live, to be in summer, and summer in New York, especially in the Northeast of the United States, the produce is so abundant and this is the only time of year that we can pretty much get anything that we want. So I recommend that if you are on a budget, try to shop for ingredients that are in season, especially when it comes to produce. Produce that's in season is going to be cheaper because it's not traveling as far to get to you. And it also, there's more of an abundance. So usually the prices are cheaper. One way to think about saving on produce in particular is to shop at the farmer's market. You can often get things that are going to be way cheaper than if you got it at the grocery store. And then one way that I recommend you guys think about preserving your food, which will end up saving you money, is to use your freezer during the season that things are fresh and in season. So basically what I mean by that is if you can stock up on zucchini, rather than buying it when it's really expensive in the wintertime, you can chop it up, freeze it, and then you can just have this stockpile of your seasonal produce in your freezer, add it into your smoothies, add it into your cooking, and it will save you time, money, and it's fresh and still tastes delicious. Tip number 4 is to take advantage of sales. Grocery stores are always having sales, so keep your eye out on the sales section of your newspaper, or maybe you can find coupons and stock up on those foods that are on sale that you love. So for example, if nut butter goes on sale, nut butter can be crazy expensive depending on where you live. If it's on sale, even if it's $2 off, I will buy multiple jars so that I am saving that money and I'm stocking up on something that I know I will use. It's not going to go to waste, and I end up, yes, having a stockpile of stuff, but it saves me money in the long run because my next week grocery bill will be less and I'm getting it for a cheaper price per unit. So definitely stock up on your sale items. You could even ask your supermarket manager if they have like a sheet of sales that are either current or upcoming, and that will help you just budget easier, and you can also just save more money. Tip number 5 is to eat less animal protein. And I know that we are talking about a plant-powered diet right now, so you're probably wondering, well, why are you even talking about animal protein? But I do know that a lot of you are not 100% plant-based. So if budgeting is a concern of yours or you're trying to save money, think about cutting down on the animal products that you're using, especially meat. And I'm gonna give you an example of how different the pricing is. So if you're thinking about something like chickpeas, which is a plant-based protein, of course, the price per pound of a chickpea is probably in the $1 to maybe $4 range, max $4 range. And on the flip side, if you are shopping for meat, so let's take beef for example, if you are eating beef, I only recommend that you eat organic, pasture-raised, grass-fed, like the highest quality meat that you can find if you do eat meat. But the price per pound of a high-quality meat like that could be in the range of $15 to maybe even $25. And the same goes for chicken, the same goes for fish. So in comparison, the chickpea is gonna be way cheaper per pound than that pound of meat. So I recommend that you guys just try to eliminate even more animal products from your diet if you are still kind of in that transition phase, and you will find that you are saving way more money at the grocery store. Your grocery bill will go way down, and you're also like fueling your body with better food. And then my final budgeting tip, and you guys know that I talk about this all the time, but it's to shop online. And I am not advocating that we like don't support small business or anything like that, or our local businesses and our local economies. But if you are on a strict budget, you can save a ton of money shopping for your groceries online. Like, I'm not even kidding, you can save hundreds of dollars just by shopping online. So I, of course, love Thrive Market. It's where I find a ton of my natural, healthy, non-perishable food items. There's a link below if you want to check that out. I also love shopping on Amazon. And I know that there are other companies out there. There's one called Vitacost. I haven't used that before. There's also, I think, one called iHerb. And so there are a lot of options out there, but really you're gonna find better deals online, especially on non-perishable items and things that can be kind of pricey at the grocery store, like, what's a great example? Things like protein powders, things like raw nuts and seeds, like specialty powders like raw cacao powder, or any of those kind of adaptogenic powders that you're interested in. You can almost always find them cheaper online. So I definitely recommend that you guys check out those stores that I mentioned, and I'll put the links in the description box below if you want to check them out and just kind of compare. Go to the grocery store and see what that protein powder that you like costs, and then compare it to what you see online. Guarantee you it's at least $1, if not like $10 cheaper. So those are my top 6 budgeting tips. I hope you guys found that helpful. If you have other budgeting tips that you want to share, please put them in the comment below so that we can all kind of learn from each other. But to recap, here are my top 6 tips. Buy in bulk, make it yourself, eat what's in season, stock up on sale items, eat less animal protein, and shop online. So super simple. I hope it ends up saving you guys some money. I hope it makes the life of a plant-based diet easier for you. If you have questions for me, you can leave them in the comment box below. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to join our community here on YouTube. You can click the red subscribe button that's right below this video. There will also be a button on the next screen, so you can click that instead. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If there are other plant-based living or plant-powered living tips that you want to see, or concepts that you want me to talk about, topics that haven't been covered, definitely let me know. I'm always open to your guys' suggestions. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next week with a brand new recipe video, and until then, I hope you have a really great weekend. Bye guys!